Hey guys, today I'm going to give you a quick overview of our new Dub Reggae Vintage Spring Reverb pack. I'll show you what the different spring tanks sound like and how I go about using them on different sources. So if you're wondering why the hell you would want 10 different spring reverb tanks and what they all sound like, then this is the video for you. Let's dive in. So on the drums, I usually like to start with something that adds a bit of vibe. So we've got the 60s Gibbs tank on this one, which is nice and short and bright and not too washy. Gives the drums a nice bit of vibe. Kind of sound dead without it. For the spring throws, I like to use one of the longer tanks with the dampened version usually, which gives you a super boingy, super springy, exaggerated spring throw. I'll try the surfy pan. Try some of the different filtered versions if you want something that's a little bit more smooth. Nice. So here's another drum loop which I'd like to add a bit more vibe to. This one we're using the old school short 3-spring tank. This one I'm hacking quite a lot out of. I'm taking a lot of the lows and some of the high mids. So you're just left with a little bit of vibe there for the throws. So for the guitars, we've got the skank and the pick part. On the skank, we're using the short Gibbs tank again, cutting a little bit of lows again. And then on the guitar pick, we're using the dampened filtered version of the same tank. Gives it a really cool character, kind of accentuates the picking. And for this next section, we've got an extra reverb layer to make it sound super wet. So for that one, we're using the Accutronics old tank. The dampened filtered version by itself sounds like this, with the guitar pick. Wet. So for this section, we've got the classic monstrous spring reverb bass sound. So that'd be synth bass. And then with the reverb. So for that one, we're using the old Accutronics tank. By itself sounds like this. Cutting some of the highs, boosting the mids. We're boosting a lot of mids. And then combined with the sub. Without it. Sad. Wet. So Melodica is definitely an instrument that benefits from some spring reverbs. Without it, quite sad. And with it, so this one we've got two tanks. We've got the mod tank, adding a bit of mono verb down the middle. And then we've also got this custom one, which is two of the Gibbs tanks in a stereo. There's a nice bit of width to it. But they're also quite short, so it doesn't wash it out too much. So here we've got a spring on the vocals. I don't usually use a spring on the vocals because it can sound a bit trashy, but this Orban stereo unit sounds super smooth and almost like a plate. So here's the dry vocal. I borrowed one of Adjua's. And here's the Orban. I've taken some of the top and the bottom out of this one just to get rid of some of that trashiness and slot it in a little bit more. In the track. Maybe a little bit less for the verse. So I hope that quick overview was helpful for you guys. We're super proud with how these came out. We have all of the spring tanks here in the studio, but we still use these samples all over every track we make. So I hope you get as much use out of them as we do. If you'd like to check the spring pack out, you can head to omeganebula.store for more info. We'd love to hear what you make with these samples, so please do tag us on the socials. But until the next time, peace.